Hi, welcome to Sharing with Susan B, telling stories from the heart. We're looking to inspire, telling stories of struggle, vulnerability, and lessons learned. Hi, welcome. I'm Susan Blaine. Let's start with your backstory. I love doing this with people to see where they have traveled to get here. You wanted to be a singer and an actor and a performer when you were a kid. We have that in common. You've got a bachelor's degree in sociology and French languages at Trent University, human resources management at Algonquin, and studies in business administration at University of New Brunswick. So professional development, you've done some really interesting stuff, I think is really cool. Suicide intervention training, crisis intervention skills, conflict management, B2B sales, of interesting combination. You worked as a caseworker at a women's shelter when you were just young and out of school. Several roles in prevention, intervention, and assistance for Military Family Resource Center. Continued to work at your family business as well. And you did sort of different things. You moved from stocking shelves to sort of the business side, HR, support, events. You're a co-founding member of Women Moving Forward conference in Ottawa. And so tell us about what has you fired up these days.
Well, that intro is pretty amazing,
Yeah, it
so
is pretty
thanks for
amazing.
that.
You're welcome.
The biggest thing right now, Susan, that has me going and pushing further past my own limits is looking to make a broader impact with my reach and finding a way to bring that voice and those stories and lessons to more and more people.
You know, life is not without struggle. It's what we all share in common. So on the business side, what do you feel has been your biggest business struggle?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. What I've found to be the biggest struggle has been seeing myself through the eyes I used to see everyone else. And how that's manifested in business is repeated burnouts.
Yeah.
And a lot of confusion around identity when the traditional workplace felt like banal savagery.
Ooh, good word. I have to look that up. Hamster wheel.
Yeah,
for sure. And the system, we've talked about this, you and I.
Yes.
System's broken.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So then it's churning out a lot of broken professionals.
Yeah, and it's creating more systems that are broken and more work to be done and more souls hurt and people not able to rise up to their potential to see themselves through the eyes that we're meant to. And I think the gig economy is changing some of that by necessity, right? The crisis in the economy is happening here.
Isn't that always the way, right?
It is. You'd think we'd learn a different way, but we're
That's
not
okay. We're learning slowly. There's some progress.
Yeah.
How about your biggest personal struggle?
Yeah, so same, right? So seeing myself through the eyes I used to see everyone else, and what that's looked like is, a lot of relationships where I gave a lot more than what I received, and that led to marrying someone I wasn't meant to marry and ending that relationship, and really getting back, the great news is getting back to my most authentic self.
Yeah.
And finding her who was always here.
Yeah. Through that pain and struggle, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we have this picture of, what we're supposed to be doing, what people expect of us. I know we talked about, you felt a lot of pain and shame, around those expectations and the white picket fence and the babies and the...
Yeah, and not meeting those and not wanting those, right?
Yeah.
A lot of confusion again about not wanting to fit inside the round holes. If I was, I'm a star, not a square. So, really struggling with that and finding strength in staying very true to that and setting boundaries with anyone who was ready to question why I wasn't fitting into the mold that they were created, that they had created for us.
Yeah.
It is no one else's job to fight for number one. That's mine.
Yeah.
I'm on this earth for me.
Yeah.
And as a giver and a nurturer, that's a tough one to absorb.
Yeah. What advice would you give your younger self?
Well, I have a lot of advice for her. But for the purposes of our time together, I would say trust your intuition.
Yeah.
You already have the answers within. And if you don't, Google it. You will look like a hero.
Yeah.
Just, the information is out there if it's not within, and that information out there will guide you back to what you need to know.
Because, what's the thing that stops us in our tracks more than anything else? That 4-letter word that starts with an F.
Fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And if you can push past that, if you can push past your fear, you will be amazed as to what's on the other side. And it's just waiting. It's right there.
So have you heard this definition of fear? There's 2 definitions. The acronym FEAR. So 2 options. Face everything and rise, or forget everything and run. Right?
Yeah.
That's fear.
Yeah. So I've spent a lot of time sprinting.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time, I'm not just running, right? I am sprinting. I'm not looking over my shoulder. I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I've moved into a place now where, since connecting more with myself and with all of the beautiful people who are here as guides and supporters in my team, that I know it's always rise. And I get to do that every day. And
That's
how
so
lucky,
awesome. Yeah.
How lucky am I?
Yeah, and,
right?
and you give that to others. And I'm grateful for you. Rapid fire, are you ready? Who's your favorite superhero?
Deadpool.
What?
You know why?
No.
Several reasons, very quickly. Healing powers, dry wit, obviously Ryan Reynolds, and because he can teleport.
Okay.
Yeah, with devices, and I've been really looking for that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Favorite food indulgence?
Sugar, like a 8-year-old child in a candy store.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Same.
Yep.
Someone you admire?
Oh, okay. That's tough because I admire every single woman that has come in my path.
Come before you, for sure.
The women who have come before me and blazed those trails, so I get to show up and present like this, and all the women that come after me who will take vantage of that I served.
Love that.
Yeah.
Something not too many people know about you.
So one time in my career, as you shared, I have an eclectic background. I found myself in the back of a transport truck with 4 live 20-week-old chickens in my hands.
Wow.
And my mascara did not look like it did today. It was running and I was sweating, and I thought, you made choices that put you here. So if you don't like where you are, you make choices to get out.
Wow. Sounds like that's a story in another series. Favorite movie, book, or quote?
So I want to do all 3, and I'm going to do it really fast.
Yeah.
Big Fish by Tim Burton movie, right? That's like amazing and fantasy. The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, because I'm a romantic.
Yeah.
And There is a Crack in Everything. There is a crack in everything, and that is where the light gets in.
Oh, I love that.
We know that's Leonard Cohen.
That's a great quote.
Yeah.
Something that always makes you smile.
My dog, Stella, who lives her best life every day and licks people in the elevator and chases squirrels and knows exactly how to share her love.
I love that. What's your definition of success in one sentence, Kassia?
Living my purpose every day while making time for yoga, naps, and love.
Oh, nice. Connect with this girl. She's amazing, a powerful force, a healer, although she doesn't call herself that, but she definitely is. Check her out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Susan.
Being here today.
You're a rock star. Thank you.